This past week felt a little different. Not because we did anything dramatic or changed our days completely, but because something underneath it all felt lighter, and I've been trying to understand why. My husband was away this week on his annual raw trip hunting deer. It's something he does each year as autumn settles in. And usually when he's away, I just carry on. I fill the days, keep everything moving, and wait for things to settle again when he gets back. But last time he went, I remember how I felt when he returned. That quiet kind of needing for space, for help, for a moment to step away and not be needed quite so much. And it stayed with me longer than I expected. So this time I did something a little different. I asked my mother-in-law to come and stay. It's not something I've done often, but I'm so grateful I did. Because the week didn't just feel easier, it felt supported. There was another adult in the home, another presence, another set of hands. And in ways both big and small, she made space for me. Little pockets of time I didn't have to create myself. Time to rest, to move my body, to just sit with a cup of tea without feeling like I needed to rush back into something. But something else stood out for me too. Even when I stepped away, everything kept flowing. The meals still happened, the children moved through their day, we still made it outside. There were still those quiet in-between moments. It all held. And I think it's because the rhythm is there. Not as something strict, but as something familiar. Something we return to without really needing to think about it anymore. And even for her, after a day or so, she fell into it too. Which made me realize, rhythm isn't something that only works when you're the one holding it all together. It's something that can be shared. Something that holds the home even when you step back from it. This autumn has been so generous with its weather. Crisp, foggy mornings, cool evenings, and warm golden days in between. So we spend a lot of time outside, at the park, walking slowly, letting the day stretch out a little. Not rushing from one thing to the next, just being in it. And I found myself noticing more. The way the light sits lower now, the stillness in the mornings, the quiet shift that comes as the season deepens. One afternoon we made brownies together, just using what we had. Some bananas that had been sitting in the fridge a little too long, lots of cocoa, and a little dark chocolate. They turned out rich and soft and sweet, but with not too much added sweetener and not too banana in flavour. It wasn't anything elaborate, just something simple woven into the day. I think what changed this week wasn't that I was doing less or more, but that I wasn't holding everything on my own. There was space. Space to step back, space to be supported, space to let the day unfold without trying to carry all of it. And it made me realize how much of what we do each day isn't just about the things themselves, but about how we're holding them. I've been thinking about this a lot, how our days don't always need to be reshaped completely. Sometimes they just need a little more support around them, something to hold them, something to return to. And maybe that's what's shifting for me lately. Not trying to do everything and not doing it all alone, but allowing things to be shared, asking for help when I need it, and letting the day feel a little lighter because of it. Nothing about our days really changed. They just felt different because I wasn't carrying them on my own. If you're finding yourself holding a lot of your days on your own and you're wanting something gentle to return to, I've put together a guide that shares the rhythm we come back to in our home. I'll leave it linked below if that would feel supportive for you. Thanks for joining me this week, and I'll see you next week, friends.